Okay, so now we are going to look into a sample Spring Boot application. We are not going to go much detail in this session, but we will do a little exercise how to expose a RESTful services. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have a IntelliJ and I'm going to call a new project. From there, I'm going to select Spring, and then there is multiple options which is available here via Spring. There is Spring Batch, Spring Data, and all this stuff. But these are all older stuff. We just need to know something which is new. That's how we could able to see there's a thing called Spring Initialization. So it is nothing but it was a web page. Actually, if you open the web page, it will show something. All you need to do is, okay, I'm going to look for a Gradle project. So I just need to give a group, which is a namespace. Think of a namespace, or it was a package name. Think of like that, and then artifact, which is the output name, and whatever dependencies you can just choose here. For example, if you like to have web application, you can select web, and then there is reactive web, which is helpful for utilizing web flux, which is another thing actually, and RESTful services, web services, and HL browser. There are multiple stuff in it actually. If you would like to know more things, all you can do is you can just click for full version, and if you see here, there are n number of options. You have Kafka. You know how Kafka works, right? Kafka is related with big data. Yeah. And then you have NoSQL, and then the cloud discovery, Reka server, and circuit breaker like Hystrix, and there is Joule, and then there are PCF Foundry as well, and it has support for Azure, support for AWS, and support for IO if you would like to have a batch scheduler or batch jobs which is running all this stuff. Okay. So what these people has done is, rather than going there and generating a project, they have made it happen here itself. Okay. So this is the same case in Eclipse as well. So if you are going to look into Eclipse, this is the same way which you do. Just click the next, and it will retrieve all the option. So currently what I'm going to do is, I'm going to say like, the group name is sessions, okay, right? We are making sessions, and then the session belongs to Spring. So we'll have sessions.spring, and let the artifact be demo, right? And Maven or Gradle. Right? It is always good to go for Gradle because Gradle supports scripting. I am mostly a scripting guy, so I will always recommend you to go for Gradle. So demo project for Spring Boot, this is fine. We let that be a demo project. Okay, what I do is we will build a service. Okay, we will build a addition service. Okay. So we will say it was addition service. Session Spring rather than demo. Demo doesn't look like a better name. What we'll do is we'll have this as addition service. Okay, and that be done. Okay, we need to do something with web. There is Lambok. Lambok is a cool and new feature. We will be seeing that later. Okay, so not now. Web, and the next thing is we are going to use a RESTful API as well, and then we will just select web services. This is web services is meant for, so we don't need that, but because by default web support RESTful services and all this stuff. And then dev tools are there that could be useful whenever if you are going to work in a development environment, but you should be disabling that when moving into production environment. Okay. So I'm not going to do much actually, rather than I'll just go for web, and then let me select a next, and then let me finish. Okay, let it open in this window because I don't like this. Let us wait for what is going to use, and I'm going to use auto import and press OK. It will ask for my Gradle. Press that. And let's wait for some minutes. So it will create invoke this Gradle and it will do all the stuff. Meanwhile, I will show you how to do it in Spring Initializer as well. So it will be like the same thing, sessions dot spring. Okay, I'll have a subtraction service with that DN is the name. Okay, I always use lowercase, it is recommended. Let it be subtraction service, it will not. Jar and it's a Gradle, and then I don't need any other thing other than web. And then I'm going to call generic project. It will give me a zip file. See? And then if I am going to open this zip file and I'm going to extract it, so all I am going to see there is I have a folder which has build.gradle, and opening the build.gradle, you just have a build script which has extension, what are all the variables you have, Spring Boot version where I will be setting which version of Spring Boot I am going to use, and then there is a dependency where I will be utilizing what plugin which I am going to utilize, and then apply plugin. Apply plugin is helpful for what are all the tasks it should support. Okay, whenever if you have apply plugin Java in Gradle, it means that it was a Java project. You know that, right? Gradle doesn't just only support for Java, it supports for Kotlin, it supports for Scala, even it supports for JavaScript as well. They are working on it, but it was not officially confirmed. Okay, and then the main dependencies will be defined here. One is Spring Boot starter web. If you see here, it has two things. This is the namespace, and this is the artifact type. And then test compile refers what are all the test dependencies. You would have seen that in Maven. So here it was the test dependencies is Spring Boot starter test. Okay, so if you see here, this would be the same thing here as well. Yeah, the Spring Boot version, repositories, apply plugin, Spring Boot, apply plugin. What does this apply plugin does is it will give more options for the Gradle. For example, if you would like to see what are the options which it has given, go to click view and tool windows and select Gradle. You see here there is something called source sets, and these are all the sources, which is source, main, Java and all this stuff. And there is one more cute thing called tasks. And if you expand the task, it will show you list of the tasks which it could able to prepare. It has boot run, assemble, boot jar, build dependence, build leader, classes, clean, jar, XXX, YOY, all stuff. You see here, clean Eclipse. Why this Eclipse is part of this? Eclipse, because we are using IntelliJ. Why the Eclipse is part of this? Only reason is you just added one line called apply plugin Eclipse. It has made sure that the task clean Eclipse and Eclipse has been available. If you are going to have apply plugin IntelliJ, it will show something what IntelliJ is required. Okay, we are not going to look into that. We will just be IDE independent. That is what recommended. Okay, even though if I am going to work on IntelliJ and you are going to work on Eclipse, you should have the capability that your application should work fine. It should not be dependent on any IDE. Okay, fine. So here we have got it, and there is one thing which is arrived, and I'm going to minimize this. There's only one thing mainly. This is the main class. So we are going to look into creating the actual service. Okay, so what can we do? We will just call an API, right? Yeah, that's what people always like to call an API. Okay. So addition API. Okay. And then along with that, I'm just going to add one thing called annotation REST controller. What is annotation anyway? Why we are utilizing something called REST and controller and all blah 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 stuff. Okay. There is a thing called services, right? What does a normal system does? If you are from a C or C++ background, you will always have a scanf. Why you are going to do that? To get input, okay? To get input and then to provide output. regardless of however great an application in a computer might be, the purpose of whatever it is to get input and process something and return out. REST is a type of service. They have a set of binding and all this stuff, which will allow you to give an input and receive an output. Okay, so this is addition API, and then it was REST controller, and then we need to do one more thing, which is something called request mapping. Then inside that, you just need to give slash API. Okay, I'm just going to give us just API or addition API, right? Addition API doesn't sound good, so I will have API slash add. Okay, and then I am going to create a method called public add numbers, integer A and integer B, and I'm just going to give it back as return A plus B. And if I want to expose this method, all I need to do is another request mapping slash, I need to give double thing and slash numbers. So API slash add slash numbers, right? Fine. So things are good. In order to work on that, I'm going to start this application. Just click start. And if you see here, there's a thing called map API slash add slash numbers, which means this is available as a web interface. You can always look into, and then you can always give some information inside. And then if you look into another information, which is 8080, which is Tomcat started on port 8080. What is Tomcat? Tomcat is a web server. What is web server? If you are going to click an URL like start.spring.io or mail.google.com or primevideo.com, okay, it will connect to a server and then it will give you a response, right? As the same, Tomcat is a web server. It will give you a response. Only thing is, it doesn't have a fancy name like startspring.io, gmail.com or primevideo.com. Rather, it will have something like localhost 8080. Okay? So what I'm going to give is localhost 8080 along with the URL, which is API add numbers. Open it. Localhost 8080 slash API slash add slash numbers. Here, what went wrong? Okay, you see that optional integer parameter A is present, but it cannot be transferred into a null. Okay, so it is expecting a parameter. What I'm going to give is, I'm going to give A equal to 2 and B equal to 3. See? Fine. All you need to do is, you just need to give parameters A and B. All I'm going to do is giving like A equal to 2, B equal to 3. What is this parameter actually called? Suppose, see here, google.com colon q equal to, what is our Spring Boot, right? Spring Boot. See here, what it happens is, it will just show whatever you are going to give as the parameter, it will automatically come here. But if I am going to give just google.com, it is just going to show me an empty thing, right? So this, if you want to search it directly, you can call advanced underscore search and q equal to Spring Boot. It will go for address page with the value which has been put on it, right? So these are all called query strings and parameters which you can use. as the same we have used in Spring Boot. We can learn much more in a better way, one by one, because it was so fast. For 5 or 10 minutes you can't learn much. But yeah, this is it. Thank you.